I'm going to show you a delicious and quick recipe, and it's a corn-fed chicken with mango noodles. And this recipe is part of the Cook with Neff Maguire Make Your Summer Simply Better. So this is it here. It's an online booklet, everyone, and there's lots of recipes. So this is the recipe we're going to do, the corn-fed chicken with the noodles, and we're going to use the rice noodles for this. You can use egg noodles, and you can just do a nice little bit of marinated chicken, but there's loads of beautiful recipes. So I want to thank Dara and the Simply Better team for all their work in putting this together. So if you go onto the Dunnes Stores website and then just click on to Simply Better, you'll find lots and lots of beautiful, easy and delicious recipes. Okay, we're going to do a little marinade. I'm going to show you that I have already some chicken marinating. I'll just preheat my griddle pan. So this is very, very simple. 1 clove of garlic. We're using the garlic crusher, and as you know, this is one of the most successful parts of our pieces of the cookware collection. So just peel your garlic and then just put a little bit of pressure and rock it over and back, and that's going to just save a lot of washing. And rock it over and back, and then that's going to be 1 clove of garlic in there for our marinade, because garlic will give lovely flavour and it's so delicious in the marinade. For this also, we're going to grate some lemon zest. So just using just the microplane here, just the grater, and then we're going to put the lime juice into this here. So just a nice little bit of a kick of freshness into this will give lovely, lovely freshness. So all these flavours work well with chicken, so it does. So the juice of 1 lime goes in here, and the same for this. They're beautiful limes. So using the reamer here. So these are a couple of small little pieces of the cookware collection that really just make your life kind of a little bit easier in my eyes. Right, sweet chili sauce, and then this is the soy and ginger. You see me using lots of these products, and these are produced from an Irish company called Full On Foods. So it's good when they separate like that. Okay, so give them a really good shake, as if you're making a cocktail, and then we've got to open them. So just a good drizzle of the sweet chili sauce goes in there. Just give it another shake. A little bit of honey, because there is sugar in the sweet chili sauce. So I'm going to put 1 spoonful of honey. And when you make this and you taste and you think, oh, it's a little bit too sweet, don't worry, just add more lime. Also with the soy and ginger, great in stir fries, really nice in marinades. Just give it a nice shake. So I'm showing you the marinade, but I have the chicken already in there, because it's nicer if you can marinate it, you know, for you know, a couple of hours if you can. So just give that a little mix there. And then you add in your chicken. I want to talk to you about the chicken that I'm using. So this is the corn-fed chicken here. So it means that it's fed on maize, Board B quality assured. Okay, so this is from a calf and grower, and it's a really excellent chicken. So it is soft and tender and full of flavour. So I got 2 chicken breasts. I took the skin off. You can get the skinless fillets, and then we literally cut them into little slices. I'll just show you. Into small little pieces. That's 2 breasts of chicken. Now we're going to bring this over. I'm going to start this here. So that's what you want to hear, that nice sizzle going on there. And I know I've a little bit extra marinade, and that marinade, obviously I've had raw meat in it, but you can make extra without putting the meat in and keep it in a kindler jar, because it really does keep well, and it's lovely with salmon, it's lovely with lots of different ingredients. So I will brush this marinade on, but I'm going to turn down the heat. I'm going to put a tiny little drizzle of some rapeseed oil just over this, and then a touch of salt. Just a little bit of salt in there. Now, so we're going to let that cook. Because I have it sliced so thinly, it's not going to take long to cook at all. So that's my marinade done. I'll move that out of the way. Now next I'm going to show you, we're going to prepare our mango, and then we're going to make our little dressing. So I'll just get all my ingredients. So for the dressing, some sugar, sweet chili sauce, the soya sauce, and then some of this really nice extra virgin olive oil, which is absolutely beautiful. So let's get a big spoon. So we'll do the dressing first, and then what we'll do is we'll prepare our mango. So I'm going to put in 3 of these. Maybe that was 4, was it, Amela? Might have been 4. Sure, who's counting? This is the sweet chili sauce here. Really like this, and again in stir fries is a great. It's a lovely, simple, delicious recipe. This is the soy and ginger. Yeah, I spoke about that. Give it a good shake every time you use it. So we're going to put a spoonful of that in. And then we're going to put some zest and juice of lime, and then a little bit of sugar. So the other one had honey in it, and this one is going to be our dressing that we're going to dress our lovely rice noodles, which I'm going to talk to you about just very shortly. Okay, so using the reamer, we're going to put the full juice of the lime in there. This is a little bit firmer, but it's still nice and juicy, this. So I'm keeping an eye on the griddle pan. If you don't mind, I'm going to stop. We'll come over here, Mel, and we'll just flip these over. Beautiful, look at that. Oh, I love when it gets nice and kind of sticky. Now it's still raw in the centre, but that's great. So that's my griddle pan, part of my cookware collection too. And we're going to then get a pastry brush, and we're going to brush this all over. So see the way I'm dabbing that on. So you could do this on a barbecue. And because we have the chicken sliced so thinly, it's not going to take long. And this will kind of caramelise at the sides, but what I would recommend for you cleaning this, everyone, when our chicken's done, is to just soak it in boiling water. And honestly, it'll come off with a sponge, no problem, soapy sponge. So 1 lime in here. So let's recap. We put in our olive oil, we put in our sweet chili sauce, we put in the soy and ginger sauce, just a tiny little bit of sugar. It's going to go in there, and then we mix this all together. So that's our little dressing. It's probably better actually to use the whisk. So you're kind of creating an emulsion. Now we will put lovely herbs into that in a moment. Okay, mango time. When you're getting the mango, make sure that it's lovely and ripe. Just get my plate using the big knife. If your mango is anywhere firm, everyone, what I would recommend you do is just literally get the mango and leave it in the kitchen for a few days, and it'll ripen up, no problem. Perfect. Just watch the fingers now when you're doing this. Okay, so we're just going to remove just kind of the flesh from the mango. Probably easier showing you with a smaller knife, to be truthful with you. Just keep an eye on that. Okay, that's lovely and ripe. Excellent. Really happy with that. So we'll flip that over there and we'll show you. You can use the potato peeler, but I find this way the kind of quickest, as long as you don't waste too much of the mango. And mango's lovely kind of in a fresh fruit salad, even with a little bit of yogurt and granola. It's a beautiful fruit. But it's got to be ripe. It's got to be ripe, so it has. Now before I slice that, we're just going to go back to the chicken. We're going to put a little bit more marinade over it. We'll flip them over again. Now see the way it's catching. Perfect. So move that there. So you need to be careful, because what will happen if you don't add more marinade, or you can use a little bit of water, that's actually going to caramelize, it's going to burn, it's going to be too bitter, and it's not nice to eat. So I'm just going to brush this again. So you must cook out, you've had the raw chicken marinade in this, so that's really important. You've got to see that coming to the boil. I'm going to switch that off because the heat of the pan will finish that. Okay. So for our mango neck, slice it nice and thin. Watch the fingers when you're doing this, and then onto the plate. Same for this. Now, so the heat of the pan is just finishing off the chicken, and because it was so thinly cut, it's going to cook out lovely. So it is. So you're going to have lovely freshness. You're going to have a little bit of spice, a little bit of kind of sweet and sour from the lime, the honey, all those lovely ingredients, the sweet chili sauce. It's going to be absolutely delicious. So that's our mango, and now we're going to just prepare some lovely fresh herbs for this. So I'm going to use some coriander. So can I show you a little tip just when you're keeping herbs? Damp tissue. I just picked this up just to my local Dunnes Stores. It's just up the road in Enniskillen, and then just keep this nice, and a little bit of cold water, and that'll keep coriander. A little bit of mint also. Now mint is quite an interesting flavour for this, but actually it works really, really well in this. And this is a little mint plant that we got. And mint is great in a herbal tea. So I'm going to chop all the stalks. We're going to put that into our dressing, and then we're going to just mix this through the rice noodles. So curve your fingers. So that's my big chef's knife. Rock it over and back. So you're going to get lots of interesting flavour in this. We have basil. You could use basil. I'm using the coriander, obviously, and I'm using the mint. The mint is interesting in this. So you don't have to chop it too fine. And then just gather all this up here, and then into the dressing. We're going to mix this all through. So that's our lovely fresh herbs. You can smell the mint. It's interesting how strong the mint is. It's actually quite pungent. So I'll just show you this. That's it there. Lovely dressing. Now this can be served with salad leaves. So a lovely bit of mango salad. That dressing is delicious. But I want to show you what we're going to do. So this is from an Irish company called Thai Gold. They're based in Wexford. And honestly, they're their Thai curry paste, their rice, their coconut milk. They're just the best. We've been using their products in the cookery school and in the restaurant in particular for over 20 years. They're just brilliant. So they're fantastic, and this is really, really lovely and light. You just pour boiling water. So I've put half the packet in, and that's them already done. We're going to add in our mango, which we've sliced. And then we're going to add in our dressing. So scrape that all out there. Now, cashew nuts, they're going to go in at the last moment, and then I think the easiest way, just with the tongs that I've here, is just mix this all through. So you're combining all those lovely kind of flavours. So when the mango is really nice and ripe, that is when it's ready. This is kind of like a family serving. So this is one of my kind of like oven to table kind of serving dishes, or it doesn't even have to go into the oven, but it can. And then we just literally arrange this, and you can see the way they just kind of slide down. But you want to get all that lovely mango and that dressing there. Lovely. So just kind of arrange that. Ooh. So that's the rice noodles. You could do it with egg noodles, but I think the rice noodles are much lighter. Yeah, sure, we may as well use it all. Put it in there. We'll have this for our lunch afterwards. Lovely. Now you can put it into a bowl. I'm going to do a nice kind of family serving. And then our chicken. So if you cut the chicken thick, will you just cut it into the center and just make sure that it's cooked through. If there's any pink, obviously give it another few minutes, but because I cut this nice and thin, and really we marinated this, so this morning it's been marinating for about maybe about 2 hours is more than enough. You can make your marinade and then put your chicken breast, and you can do this with a full chicken breast. I should have said that. So you're just going to nestle these just around here. So that's 2 chicken breasts that I have here. Okay, now nearly there. Some lovely cashew nuts, and the key into this is toasting the cashew nuts. So in the oven is always best, or on a dry pan. About 180, and it takes about maybe 8 to 10 minutes. So lots of those lovely cashew nuts go there. And then the last thing, we're nearly there. We're going to finish it with some lovely fresh herbs. So we have some lovely coriander, and we have some mint. So just some lovely coriander, just literally tear that and just kind of sprinkle that just all over. And that gives lovely freshness to it. And then a couple of sprigs of mint. Smell in here, it's great. Really is just lovely and fresh mint. And that's a really, really simple recipe. And remember, that's in the Simply Better summer booklet, Cook with Nevin Maguire. That's me. And that's our lovely chicken with the cashew nuts, the mango, and those lovely rice noodles. I hope you enjoy this. It's so fresh. It's absolutely delicious, so quick and healthy, and I think it's a great recipe to enjoy for the summer. So happy cooking. I hope you enjoy this. We're certainly going to enjoy it for our lunch. Thank you so much.